My name is Wendra Williams. I'm the Walton County 911 Director. I've been with the county 36 years and been 911 Director for 28. Welcome to our facility. We're very proud of our up-to-date communications equipment. Our radio system is multi-jurisdictional. Everyone in the county for police, fire, and EMS work on the same 800 radio system. It's a trunking system which gives us a lot of access for different people to talk at the same time. It also facilitates to our public works and some of our other departments. The computer system we use is from Spillman, switched over to Motorola. It's a CAD system, which is computer-aided dispatch. We're directly connected with Walton County Sheriff's Office and Monroe Police Department through the CAD system. We send reports to Loganville Police Department and Social Circle Police Department because they are not connected as of yet with our CAD. We're hoping that'll come in the future. We are classified as first responders, and we like to say we're the first responders. When someone makes their 911 call, we answer it here. Our phones are computerized as well. Once the phone call comes in, we find out where the person is. If it doesn't come up on location, location services have improved greatly with cellular phones now, so we can pinpoint cellular locations within 250 yards. Once the call comes in, our dispatchers will click on add a call or click on 911, add the information in. We get all the pertinent information. We ask a lot of questions, and all the questions that we answer are for the benefit of the public safety units responding. Sometimes people will get frustrated because they think we ask too much, but it's always questions that the officers or fire department or EMS need answers to in order to respond to the calls. The call then goes into the CAD system. The dispatcher or communications officer then keys up and calls the appropriate agency, whether it's police, fire, EMS. EMS and fire, we have tones that we tone them out so that they're prepared for the call. Law enforcement, we just call their badge number and then give them the information. Once the call is processed, officers are on the scene, fire and EMS are on the scene. We generally check on them within 2 to 3 minutes. If it's an aggravated call where there may be weapons or violence involved, the frequency is more prevalent. We do every 1 to 2 minutes until they tell us the scene is clear. Oftentimes on law enforcement calls that require EMS, if it's a violent situation, we have to have our fire and EMS units stage until the law enforcement gets there and secures the area. We want all of our first responders to be safe. Once the call is processed and the units go back in service, the CAD system automatically sends that report to the Sheriff's Department or to Monroe PD or to Fire Department and EMS. Once it gets there, then y'all handle it on your end, completing your reports and sending them for approval. We work 12-hour shifts, much like law enforcement. We work 4 days one week and 3 the next. We do have required on-call. We have required overtime. Anytime someone's on vacation, somebody else has to fill in. So we try to make that out before the first of the month so everybody can sign up. We allow people to sign up for their on-call days, and the shifts work together to make sure everything's covered. The scheduling is 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., 7 p.m. till 7 a.m., and then we have a mid shift that's 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., which is considered our peak time of calls. Each console, we have 10 consoles, and each console you can operate any radio from. You don't have to move, but generally they start on one radio. They may start on the Sheriff's Department, and then a couple hours later they rotate to Monroe, then to Loganville and Social Circle, then to Fire and EMS, so that one person doesn't get the busiest radio all the time. The majority of the time our busiest radio is Walton County Sheriff's Office, and when the weather's bad or when we're having storms, Fire and EMS are running like crazy. So we try to break that up so everybody gets a little bit of a break throughout the day. And we rotate every day on every shift. You have to have a heart for public service. You have to have a desire to help people in order to be a communications officer. That is the most prevalent thing for us, is wanting to help everyone who calls in. If someone calls us needing our help, we need to be able to respond to it immediately and know what to do. The training is mostly in-house for us because every 911 center operates differently. They have different phone systems, different CAD systems. So anyone coming in the door, even if they have experience, still has a little bit of a training curve here to learn our policy and procedures and our equipment. In order to begin being a communications officer, you have to apply. Basically, you need a high school diploma or a GED. You need a high level of being able to multitask because we do multiple things at one time on a level unlike any other job you'll have. And once you get the application process, we go through a testing procedure, interviews, narrow it down to the best candidates. Then once that candidate is selected, they're offered a position. They come in, they get started, they start their training, and within 6 months of training, they have to go to Forsyth to the Public Safety Training Academy in order to get certified by the state. It is required to be certified within 6 months for all communications officers and all call takers. We usually have our people ready to go before they get there. It's not set up for anyone to fail. It's just set up for you to know what you're doing in order to take the responsibility of the position. They teach a lot about liability because the liability starts with us as soon as that 911 phone call rings. The atmosphere here, we try to be a family. We all sit in the same room for 12 hours a day. You get to know everything about your coworkers. You know their family, you know their kids, you know their friends, you know their pastimes, you know their fun activities. And when we have downtime, lots of times we're just sitting here talking to each other about everyday life. We try to make everybody feel warm and comfortable here. It's a good environment to work in. It's also good for anyone who is looking to get into public safety and wants to help. Most of the best candidates intercommunicate well with everyone. They're able to speak to you on any level. We have lots of different levels of people that call in, and you have to be able to communicate with them on a level that they can understand you. It's also, went blank, sorry. It's also important to have good technological skills. As far as typing, we type everything that we do goes into our CAD system. It's the beginning of a report all the way to the end of a report, so we need to make sure the typing skills are up to par. We also, as I stated earlier, need to be able to multitask on a very high level, because the same time you're taking a phone call, your officers are talking to you on the radio, and you've got to be able to hear both and respond to both in a timely manner.